살려주세요. 살려주세요.
To cheat the freakiest places, Jeong.
Blair Witch Project, the movie that brought found footage horror to light and created a whole new horror subgenre. I love the Blair Witch Project. One of the reasons the movie worked so well was because, back then, the internet was still in its early stages. There were no viral videos or huge amount of computer graphics. What you see in camera tends to be real, unlike today where we can manipulate everything. And that's what makes it so scary, as it showed us we can blend fiction with reality. 20 years later, found footage is one of the most heavily used techniques for horror movies. It has given birth to a lot of new movies, but in my honest opinion, most of them don't work. Now, why do you think that is? We will get to that later. Today, we travel to 2017 South Korea for a film called Gojiam Haunted Asylum. So get your plane tickets ready, as we're about to take off. We follow a crew for a horror web series as they travel to an abandoned asylum, where they hope to do a live stream for their audience members. And of course, as you can expect, things don't go well. I can honestly say this movie terrified me. It brought me back the vibes of Blair Witch Project. There were scenes so nightmarish that I got goosebumps over me. So, why did it work? The lingering dread of nothing. Nowadays, horror movie needs to bombard you with jump scares and things flying out at your face. I mean, sure, yeah, it gets your heart pumping and racing, but after it subsides, it's over. The fun and rush are done. A lot of found footage horror uses this technique to scare their audience. I mean, it works for a second, but immediately it removes the fear afterwards, as it is not realistic. Sometimes what you can't see is what makes the movie scary, and the Blair Witch Project nailed it. It keeps viewer on the edge as you don't know what to expect, and the nothingness is what adds the layer of dread to the story. And I can honestly say that Gojiam Haunted Asylum did just that. I always consider jump scare to be a weak element in horror movies, and that it only works in the moment. The best horrors are the ones that linger after days. Gojiam instead relies on its emptiness and lingering dread to bring out the scare, and that is already enough for me to give it a few more scores for its scare factor. However, this movie is not perfect. One of the most difficult parts in making a found footage movie or film is making it flow and realistic, as it needs to happen in real time. This part is where the movie suffered slightly, as the movie goes through different time frames, and it feels like someone had edited the footage for us before we could see it, making it less realistic at times. Whereas the Blair Witch throws us into the wood almost right away, as we follow the characters in a single timeline and venture deeper into the woods. The middle segment also dragged a little as the crew got ready to set up for their live streams. I feel like it was a tad too long. Don't worry though, cause once the last segment hits, oh man, yeah, some very scary image indeed. You might want to get a blanket or something, just in case. Just saying. Overall, I had a great time watching this film, as it showed me that you can still make a good, scary, atmospheric horror movie. If you plan to make a found footage movie, please don't rely it on jump scare or computer graphics. Actually, for all horror movies. Trust me, it doesn't work as well. The ones that work the best are the ones that keep the audience guessing. I give this movie a 7.5 out of 10. Gojiam Haunted Asylum can be streamed on Shudder. Have you seen Gojiam Haunted Asylum? Do you plan to see it? And if you did, what did you think about it? Comment below and let me know. And subscribe for your next travel ticket.